Morning and a very warm welcome to one and all on our session this morning. As you may be aware, we are having these sessions on the same YouTube channel and Zoom link for new seekers who want to understand Sahaj Yoga, the basics of it. And these sessions are organized thrice a day, once in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15, and the third one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. All sessions are just for Sahaj Yoga introduction and, of course, the self-realization experience. And all the sessions are in Hindi except for this one on Sunday morning, which we planned in English for seekers who don't understand Hindi and requested to understand in English. Apart from this, we have one more session going on daily at 5:30 p.m. for seekers who have now understood basics, have got vibrations on their hands, and now want to go deeper into meditation. So there again, one can join in a very large collective that joins online. Um, So yeah, in the next 45 minutes or so, we'll briefly talk about Sahaj Yoga, what it is, what to expect, how is it different from others, and what is it that really should happen to us. But the session will be geared more towards the young folks today. And that's how you have some slides which will talk about how the young are really suffering and really need something like Sahaj Yoga today to help them out. But the content really remains the same for all of us. And meditation session here, right and here and now. And at the end, if you have any questions or you want to speak or understand something, you can uh, do that by leaving your questions on the YouTube chat, or there's a link given on the YouTube chat to join the Zoom link. You can do that and speak with us. So without further delay, let's start the session. Um, so the proposition of Sahaj Yoga is that we de-stress ourselves, we bring ourselves into complete balance and get our total well-being. It's not a very one-sided thing that we're talking about. Oh, it's just about mental peace. I do something else for something other than that for the rest of my life, for my physical being, or something like that. Once we are talking about the total well-being, it has to be the total well-being, and it can happen through something that changes inside. There's an inner transformation that we're talking about here. So the example to understand this is of a tree. We go to the roots and the whole tree can be cured and put all right. The same way, we have our roots inside. We need to reach them and put ourselves into balance and get our total well-being through that. So that is what we are talking about in Sahaj Yoga. It's a very generic statement, but a very easily understood and agreed one that today the young, the students, they are under immense pressure, and the environment around them is such that it's become really aggressive, and there's so much competition that a mad race is going on. I mean, it's true for actually all races, all ages, and this is an environment that is really causing a lot of harm and stress and leading to so many of these problems that we're talking about, of these modern day problems that have come in, which were not there earlier on. So the minds are full of worry. And as you said, we're talking about the young people there. So, which college to choose, and then the admission processes and the competitive exams there, and where will my career go, and what will I do after, and what others are doing, and families, friends, and their relatives and neighbors, and all of that. Everybody's talks come to us and puts a complete hodgepodge into our heads. Um, and there's a again, as we said, a madness going around. Um, People are working really hard, really long hours, and giving all to their careers and stuff because this will make them happy. So we are running after this part of our life quite aggressively. Of course, growing up, how we look, how we appear, and all of that also something that keeps building up. So not a very great position to be in. And when you're all the time thinking and stressed out, so you're all the time either in the future or in the past, and you're planning, and I should have this and that. You're not present, you're not there. So you lose. your attentiveness. You're not really present in anything, so you can't really enjoy them, the things that are available. And thus, people become impatient and irritable. And such people then also lack confidence and are restless. Sometimes the older people, when they talk to such young folks, it seems that there's a great big barrier and one can't reach out to them. The reason is that they're really not present there. They seem to think that we are in a different world than the older people. So, the effect of stress is something that I guess we don't need to speak about much today because today, even if you go with the stomach ache to the doctor, they will say it's stress and lifestyle and all of that. Everything has now come down to how we live and um, the external effect of things that are sort of part of our lifestyle. They're all causing many problems to us. And now so many research papers and all have come in. Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi, who started Sahaja, whose photograph you can see right behind me, she gave these direct correlations of the exact sort of lifestyle leading to exact sort of diseases in our body. Now, many doctors have come to the same conclusions. She gave these in the 70s when she started Sage Yoga. And it's really because we are a holistic being. We look at ourselves like we're different, mentally different, and physically different, and all of that. But it's a holistic being which gets affected because any aspect of the life, when it is challenged, imbalanced, the other aspects pay the price, so to say. So many of these diseases today have come up, which are all because of this stress and sort of the lifestyle and aggressive environment that has come in all around. There's a lot of anxiety and tension. There's aggression, but a very easily curable thing is loss of sleep. And people are really struggling with this, taking pills after pills. In Sahaj Yoga, we have seen many people getting rid of this very easily. The young have started taking to smoking and drinking. We are seeing this more and more. But what is not mentioned here is that they have also started taking drugs. A very alarming thing. And it's really something that is, one can say, has come from the West or something like that. But the state of the matter is that it is here and people are doing this. One can argue that this is just peer pressure and others are doing it, so I'm doing it. If I don't drink, I cannot do my job and all of that. But why the peer pressure? Because this is sort of the environment that is all around, and we feel that we need to be part of it, so we need to be doing all of this. But sometimes people also do this just to escape because we are under so much stress and working so hard. They say work hard and party harder. Why? You know. So to get out of all of that, people take to these things, and then their lives get ruined at times because you get addicted, you can't get out of it. We know the harms of all of these things. And it's really surprising that um, not much is being really done about it for the young. We do not even know what's the way out. One other thing that has come in, which is again very alarming, which we used to see only in older people early on, is depression. School going kids are going to psychiatrists now for depression. And it really begs the question that what sort of society we are coming to. This is not what we planned for. This is not what we think we wanted to achieve in the name of development and science and all of that. All of that leading to this for the young people is just not right. So this is the environment that we are in today. So when you are so stressed and depressed and becoming restless and aggressive, somebody comes and counsels you, just sit down and relax, man. This is okay. You just live your life, whatever there is, be happy with it, and you can achieve what you want and just be relaxed about it. Such counsels are given uh, for the people who are fortunate enough to have people around them. But the fact of the matter is that as soon as you pick up the phone and speak to a friend and oh, he's doing that, or you step out and see something, oh, I should have this, but where am I going and all of that. So this, so to say, the materialistic world around is there to stay. It's not going away. And it's going to give you these desires, and the stress related to that, and all of that is going to continue. There's no way out of it. And that's how it's said, this Maya jar and this world and all of that. So we are in this world. We don't have to run away from this world. But living in this world itself, we have to achieve something higher so that we are not bogged down by these things. We are not bothered by these things. That is how you rise higher, higher than the mess all around. And then you can see for what it truly is. Unless you are not out of it, you can't see it. So we are told that, stop stressing, but how? How to remove stress? Then people try various things, even exercise. It's sometimes your mind just stops worrying and thinking, and then your stress goes down. It's true because you are focused on something of physical activity. So people start getting into a routine and start jogging and running and all of that. But what it does is actually it has a double-sided effect because in Sahaja Yoga we understand from the innermost being we are governed by the chakras and nadis inside. The right channel that we have is called as the sun channel is the one that we use for thinking and working and planning and moving ahead and all of that. So all the work that we do, in fact, is done from that. And also the physical aspect of our being is done through that. So all physical exercises that we do are also done with the same channel. That's how people we have heard of great successful CEOs leading great balanced life and exercising and all of that and still getting heart attacks because the body balances itself. The left balances the right. That's how it becomes even more dangerous. I'm not saying we should not exercise. I'm saying we should have balanced lifestyle. Art forms, especially the Indian classical art forms, have a way of balancing our aggressiveness and this competitive madness because it pushes us a little bit towards the center and the left. Um, this does help, but again, it's temporary. And that is how slowly and gradually we come to the conclusion that meditation is the only way we can truly get to something that will give us the peace of mind. At the end of the day, we want to get out of this mad stress. What does that mean? We're looking for peace of mind. Young people are looking for peace of mind. It's not just that, the older ones or the ones that have now retired can look into meditation and all of that. There was a time when people used to say that, oh, I will do all of this once I retire. But then the whole life has passed. You've not achieved the ultimate out of it. And you're living an unhappy life, a stressed out life. That is not the goal. The goal is to lead a beautiful, balanced, healthy, enjoyable life. To do that, one has to get the self realization. Now, again, a big word, and meditation itself is something that we don't really understand. So many people come to us and they say that, I do meditate, but I just can't. I can't stop thinking. I don't know how to meditate. Thing is that we don't understand what all is meditation and what is not meditation. Meditation is something that happens, that is a happening. It is not something that we do. It is something that happens to us, a state that comes to us when we get our self realization, when we get to the divine. We get into the meditative state. So that means that one can't do anything about it. It happens by the grace of somebody who's a realized soul. Again, a sort of a difficult concept for us because we are all doers and achievers and we have to do something to achieve something and then get there something. So there's no course in Sahaja Yoga, there's no certification in Sahaja Yoga. There's nothing as such to be learned um, in a course sort of form, but there's a lot to learn, which is the real knowledge that comes to us from within. Now, so taking mantras, for example, some people say that they chant and meditate. That is not meditation. Focusing on here, that is not meditation because that's a mental activity. Meditation is beyond mind. Focusing on a light or on a particular thought or something like that, or breathing exercises, pranayama, that is also not meditation. Yogasana is definitely not meditation. So pranayama and yogasana are part of the Ashtanga yoga described by Patanjali, where he said that there are 8 parts: yam, niyam, pranayam, pratyahara, etc. So 1/8 of it had pranayam, and yogasana is even a smaller part of it. All of this was done to put yourself in a balanced position where you are in a physical state also, so that you can achieve the highest. But the main thing is Ishwar Pranidhana, as I said. So without that, everything is useless. So meditation is not all of this. Now, what happens in meditation? It is mentioned that you are in thoughtless awareness. Nirvichar Chetna. We're talking about this so that we understand what to expect in meditation. One of the first things that happens is that our thoughts stop. We get into a state where we are aware and we can think if we want, but we are not constantly thinking, left, right, and center. People are all the time thinking. We don't know it, but we're thinking even when we are sleeping. It's a non-stop process. So for once, we get into thoughtless awareness, and that gives us the peace and bliss. And we are in silence. And that is the only way to grow, it is mentioned here. So again, coming back to the example of the tree, where um, it has to grow, but it cannot grow if there's earthquake going on all the time. It has to grow when it is in silence. Now, why do we need to grow? What awareness growth is required? So, as human beings, we've come to a great deal of development, both on the outside and the inside. On the outside, science, art, etc., have led us to great things and great achievements, and unforeseen and unprecedented sort of developments have happened, and we are benefiting from it. On the inside, we have learned a lot of things. Collectively, as a society, we know what is right, what is wrong, we should not do this, etc. Through evolution, through a process that has led us to learn what is right, what is wrong. But now, the last step of our awareness growth is still left. That is in our awareness, uh, that is in our consciousness, that is self realization. We can easily see that the world around today is not ideal. God probably had planned it much better. You pick up a day's newspaper and you're shocked. How can human beings be like this? And wars and all of that. But it's something that is happening because we have not achieved our ultimate. The way God planned us to be, that is something that we have not yet achieved. That is the last breakthrough, the last step of our evolution, which is so highly talked about by Sufis, saints, incarnations, and rishis and munis of our great country in many different forms. They have named it various things, and just too many ways they have tried to talk about it, but we have not really understood what they're talking about because it's just talk without experiencing something. It's like we cannot see, and somebody who can see is describing a beautiful hall with colors and lights and all of that. We actually lose our heads of what is he talking about. And that's how so many of them were crucified, poisoned, tortured, and not allowed to live, killed, because we could not see what they could see. And it hurt our egos. So the way of Sahaja Yoga, as Shree Mataji has come and described to this world, is you get a small little light in this lamp of yours. And then in that small light, you can see what is right, what is wrong, what is not all right. And slowly and gradually, you get the knowledge of putting yourself all right too. So, with this great breakthrough, as a society, as humanity, we can rise above our whatever bad there is and make good of our lives and get the highest and ultimate that God had planned for us. Again, coming back to meditation, it is about being in the present. All the time we are thinking either of the past or the future. Even sitting here right now listening to this session, you're probably thinking, oh, I should have done this, or I'll go and do that. Way in the future, way in the past. So these thoughts are always on, as we said. But then we get a peace of mind when these thoughts take a pause. So, what is so unique about Sahaj Yoga? Why is Sahaj Yoga and what is so unique? So, as we said, that Sahaj Yoga means something that is simple and spontaneous. We said that all, uh, for example, sprouting of a seed, all living processes are actually Sahaj. That means spontaneous. They happen on their own. We cannot do anything about it. The only thing we do is we put the seed into the Mother Earth, water and light come, the job happens on its own. Similarly, here, if there's a realized soul, they can give us the realization, and nothing is to be actually done about it. But once you get your realization, you have to meditate daily, morning and in the evening. Just 5 to 10 minutes is enough. And once a week, collective meditation. Everywhere, Saj Yoga is completely free of cost. There's nothing to be paid for it. So, Sahaj means also Saha and Ja, something that is born with us, something so innate that it is born with us, the right for our yoga. Yoga means the union with the divine, the self, that is our Atma with the Paramat, that is the all pervading power. That is Sahaj Yoga. And what happens here is that we can diagnose and cure our own problems. So, nobody else needs to be our guru, we become our own gurus. Now, as we said that, we can't see, we don't have the eyes. And as Kabira said, kaise samjhaun sab jagan tha. We said that all of these were, these are people who are, let's say, born on a higher state than us. Let's say they're born on the 10th story. They see something out there in the horizon that we can't see. We are on the ground floor. So we naturally think that they are mad. And but as soon as somebody raises at us, even up to the first floor, we start seeing, oh, there is something out there. Then we can work towards rising higher. That is the way of Sahaja Yoga. That is what Shree Mataji has given to us. We first get the light, the small little light coming to us, and in that we can grow and learn. And we see for ourselves who we are, and we can put ourselves all right, or the power inside us actually does it. And we can even give it to others. This great happening and awakening, we can give it to others as one enlightened light can enlighten so many candles. The same way, this can be done for many, many of us. And completely free of cost. All this knowledge, this great knowledge, is completely free of cost available to us. So why not take it? There's nothing to be given and paid for. And it is our own, in fact. It is inside us that we have to achieve. So when we were in our mother's womb, the energy that created us entered from the top of our brain hair. This was a soft fontanelle bone area when we were a kid, small kid. If you have seen toddlers, this even pulsates at times. And when this energy entered, it passes through our brain, which is a prism shaped entity, and it refracts into three parts. The one coming from the right, going to the left, shown in blue color here, is called as the Ida Nadi. It's a left channel. Left sympathetic nervous system is governed by it. It's also called as the moon channel. It governs our desires, our emotions. People who are very emotional, live too much in the past, work on this channel too much. Similarly, the one coming from left going to the right in yellow is called as the Pingala Nadi, the sun channel, the channel of our action, of our future. People who are very aggressive are on this channel. So these two sort of entities get set up inside. The one in the center path is shown as the Sushumna Nadi, is the channel of our present. Also, here, as you can see, these are chakras that are formed at different points. And these chakras and nadis govern everything about us, our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual being. All of this is governed by this. This is the root inside us. Now, the energy that created us, the God's power, whatever name you call it by, came and settled down at almost the end of our spine. There's a triangular bone, which is called as the sacrum bone. The Greeks named it sacrum. They probably knew there's something sacred about this. And the energy came and settled and made coils, 3.5 coils. Coils in Sanskrit is kundal. And she is our mother power. She is our individual mother. She's been with us in all of our lives and knows every single thing about us. Thus, she is called as Kundalini. Now, the only goal of Kundalini is to give us our second birth, our self realization. Self realized people in Sanskrit are called as Dvijaha. Birds are also called as Dvijaha. That means twice born. Once the bird is born, it's the egg. So it sees the world for just the egg around. But once it breaks through the shell, it can see for the world what it really is. This is really how it is for us as well. Right now, it's the shell that is covering us, which we need to break through. So when the Kundalini awakens, it passes through these six chakras and pierces the top Sahasrara here, which is the fontanel bone area. It is also called as the Brahmarandha, means the hole to meet the Brahma, the divine. It's literally called that. So here, when it pierces, it connects us with the all-pervading power that is all around us. We say that God is all around, all-pervading. Kan kan mein Bhagwan means every single molecule and atom has God inside. But we have never seen him, felt him, known him for sure. We know inside our hearts. But to know it as something that is hot or cold, as sure as something that yes, this is right in front of us, that we have not done. So for the first time we get connected to the divine power, it starts flowing through us. And we feel that thoughtless awareness, the peace and bliss. And on our hands, we feel the vibrations, which is the Param Chaitanya, the Chaitanya of the divine. We feel it as cool vibrations. Now, this becomes a bit of a question in our minds. Why cool vibrations? What does it mean? This is described by Adi Shankaracharya, the first Shankaracharya who established the Char Dham and all of that. He wrote a book called Saundarya Lahari, means beautiful vibrations. And he says that when Mother's grace dawns upon us, we feel Salilam Salilam Chaitanya, means cool, cool vibrations. In Bible, it is said that when Holy Ghost will come, you'll feel the cool breeze. Of course, they're not aware what is the Holy Ghost. In Quran, it is said that when Qiyamah's time will come, that means resurrection time, your hands will speak and will give witness against you. So how the hands can speak? So these five fingers and this. These are the 7 points of the seven chakras on our hands, on both the hands, because left and right channels have the different aspects of each channel. So if each chakra is actually divided into three parts. So we feel, let's say, I'm someone who gets angry a lot, very aggressive and gets very angry. I'll get a burning on this finger. This is the finger of our Agya chakra. So if somebody for the first time gets the realization, they will ask, why am I getting a sort of a burning or itching sensation on this finger? They'll be told this is this chakra. It gets caught up when you are angry a lot. So you start seeing yourself for the first time. Up until now, we judge ourselves very differently from others. There's no one mechanism to know what is right, who's right. This is a sure shot, absolute way of knowing. But you cannot correct yourself. It's the Kundalini power inside us that slowly and gradually puts us all right and brings us into balance, corrects our chakras. And that is how we also get many of the diseases cured in Sahaja Yoga, but that is not the main point. The main point is getting your self realization, connecting with the divine. Then the divine takes over the way it feels right and puts us all right. So, this is what it is. And this great power comes to us with these vibrations flowing. We can know, let's say today, even if God comes and stands in front of us, we won't know. We can't accept, oh, you must be somebody just wearing clothes or doing some charade like many others. Or if somebody comes in as a beggar in front of you and he's a divine person, you won't know because we don't have the eyes. So for the first time, we get the eyes to know if the person in front of us is a genuine person or a divine person or a crook. Because if this is a good person, you'll get cool vibrations coming from them. Otherwise, you might get little burning, itching sort of sensations on some fingers or hands or all of that. Even life decisions we can take with the help of these, whether to do this or not. Such a great power comes to us for nothing at all. Why not have it? Let's experience it. And slowly and gradually, when you practice it, you'll learn more and more through many thousands of lectures by Shree Mataji. And of course, there are centers all across the world of Sahaj Yoga, which you can find out and attend. A link has also been shared on the YouTube chat for the same. So, first of all, there are some steps to be seen, which we can do right now. And we can actually see them right now and do along. Later on, we'll do them with our eyes closed. So, if you are sitting on the ground, just sit with your legs crossed as it is shown here. We'll sit straight, not very straight, and open both of our palms in our lap like we're asking for something. If you're sitting on a chair or sofa, put both of your feet apart on the ground and sit as it is shown here. If there is anything tight on our bodies, you can loosen it or take them out, take out the spectacles, because we'll have our eyes closed during the meditation session. Now, there are some steps to be done for putting ourselves into balance and helping some of our chakras. So first, we'll see those steps. Put the right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand towards open our lap. Right hand on the Mother Earth. We are built from the five elements and we use them quite extensively in Sahaja Yoga to help ourselves. Here, Mother Earth is helping cleanse our left hand. So we'll do this step first. Then the right hand comes into our lap. Left hand goes from bent from the elbow towards the sky like this. Then we'll put both the hands on the Mother Earth. Next, the steps that have to be done are only with the right hand. So we'll place the right hand on our heart and keep the left hand open in our lap as it is. Right hand on our heart, left hand open in our lap. Next, the right hand is to be placed on our forehead across and pressed from both sides. Bend our head forward a little. We'll have some prayers when we meditate on all of these steps. Then the fingers have to be outstretched and the palm has to be pressed on at the top of our head where there was a soft bone where it gets it is called as the fontanelle bone area. We have to press it hard here and move it in a clockwise direction while pressing so that our scalp also moves along with it. We'll move the right hand at the top of our head, fingers outstretched in a clockwise direction so that the scalp also moves along. Then we raise it just a few inches above later on to see from both the hands a cool breeze coming out of our head and touching our palm. And the last step will have both of our hands completely up towards the sky, palms open, and push back our head. Now, these are all the steps to be done. Not much. One can always question that, is this enough? First of all, we said that there's nothing you can do, then we're doing something. That is because we have to help ourselves a little bit. And we do that with our own hands because that is how the chakras and nadis get balanced a little bit. Second of all, one cannot achieve this great thing just by doing these prayers. One has to have someone who can give it. It has always been so. It has always been that a realized soul has given realization to someone. Shree Mataji is here, somebody who can give it to us. Her photograph emanates these great vibrations that make this great happening possible inside of us and give us this great awakening. For now, we'll leave all our questions and doubts aside and just have the only pure thought that we want our self-realization, nothing more. We'll sit with both of our palms open in our lap. If we are sitting down on the ground, we'll sit cross-legged. If you are sitting on a sofa or chair, both feet should be apart on the ground. and look at Shree Mataji's photograph with the only thought that I want my self realization, nothing else. Slowly, we can close our eyes and bring our attention inside. Just see what is happening right now. Now put the right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand to be kept open in our lap. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in our lap. Here we have to pray that Mother, please take out all the imbalances and impurities of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Bring your attention to both of your palms also. See what is happening right now. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Now you can bring the right hand back into our lap and place the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Right hand in our lap, left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. Once again, we'll bring our attention to both of our palms and just see what is happening. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the ether element. Now we'll place both the hands on the Mother Earth. Mother, please take out whatever imbalances are still left in my left and right channels through the Mother Earth. Please pray that Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left and right channels through the Mother Earth. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, into the center, into the present. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, into center, into the present. Now you can bring both the hands back into our lap and keep them open. The left hand will remain as it is, open in our lap, and the next steps will all be done only with our right hand. We'll place the right hand on our heart. Right hand on our heart and press it here. This is the place of the spirit inside us, the Atma, which is the reflection of Paramatma inside all of us and is a witness to everything. We have to say a great truth here. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am nothing else but the pure spirit. And this is the absolute truth because everything else, this body, mind, thoughts, personality, whatever we think of ourselves, all of this is fleeting and momentary. The only eternal thing is the spirit. So we say with full confidence that Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am nothing else but the pure spirit. Now, as I am the pure spirit, I am not guilty at all. We keep feeling guilty a lot for no reason at all at times. Sometimes for things we think we may have done wrong. We'll leave all of them at the lotus feet of God Almighty, who is the ocean of love and forgiveness. He can take it all and absolve it. But we must not feel guilty, as it really harms our chances of feeling the vibrations, the Chaitanya. So we'll say with full confidence that, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, I am not guilty at all. Now we bring this right hand to our forehead and press it from both the sides. Place it across like you would a headache and press from both the sides and bend our head forward a little. Here we have to forgive everyone and say, Mother, I forgive everyone without remembering anybody in particular, without remembering anything in particular. Just generally, we have to forgive and really forgive and say that, Mother, I forgive everyone, because by not forgiving, we don't do anything. Just play into the hands of people who may have done us wrong. But when we forgive, God takes over. Say that, Mother, I forgive everyone, myself too. O God, O Divine, if I may have done anything against you, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. O God, if I may have done anything against you, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Now we bring this right hand to the top of our head and place the center of the palm at the fontanel bone area and press it and push back our fingers completely so that the palm is pressed on the fontanel bone area. Once again, we'll bend our head forward. And while pressing the palm, we'll move it in a clockwise direction. We'll keep moving it in a clockwise direction for a while till we pray here. This is the most important bit where we have to really humbly ask for our self realization. So we pray, Mother, please give me my self realization. Without us asking for it, this cannot happen. So, with full heart and complete humility, we have to ask, Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please give me my yoga, my union with the divine. Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my self realization. You can stop moving the hand and bring it back into our lap. We'll keep our attention where our hand was at the top of our head. And now sit in meditation for a few seconds. We can raise now both of our hands a little up, keep them open, bring them up to our heart levels. And just bring our attention to the center of both the palms. See if there's a cool breeze coming out in one hand or both the hands. It can also be hot for now. You just have to watch it. Now bring your attention to the tips of the fingers and see if in one or the other finger there's a little burning or itching sensation, like an ant crawling or something. These are our particular chakras being worked upon by the Kundalini right now. You have to just watch and not think about it. Now, once again, bring the right hand back to the top of our head and raise it just a few inches above top of the head and move it back and forth. You can see that from a particular place, there's a cool breeze coming out and touching our palm. It can be very subtle a feeling, so look at it minutely. Bring the right hand back into your lap and see the same thing with the left hand. Just a few inches above the fontanel bone area, move it back and forth. See if you feel a cool breeze coming out and touching your palm. It can also be hot for now. Just watching. The last step will put both of our hands completely up towards the sky, open our palms, and push back our head. Here we have to ask one of these three questions three times. Any question to be asked three times. O Divine, is this Param Chaitanya Brahm Chaitanya? O God, is this the power of love that does everything? Is this the divine energy, the cosmic energy? Any question can be asked three times. Now you can slowly bring your hands back into your lap. And the answer to those questions, vibrations would have improved. Now we bring our attention again at the top of our head. Keep it here for a few seconds in meditation. Once again. Slowly open our eyes and look at Shree Mataji's photograph. Even with our eyes open, you can see that there are no thoughts right now. You can bring both of our hands together in a namaskar and thank Shree Mataji and our Kundalini Mother inside for this blissful experience. For those of us who have recently joined, I request you to continue attending these sessions for a while, as it may take a while to really understand the vibrations, meditation, how to do it, all of this, it might take a while. So attending the sessions continuously for a few days would really help. Also, it's important that we go to collective meditation sessions physically. There are centers now all across the world, and they can really help us. Somebody has asked a question, which I'll try to answer here. हेमंत, डू यू वांट टू स्पीक और शुड आई जस्ट आंसर योर क्वेश्चंस?
हाँ सर, जय माता जी।
हाँ, जय श्री माता जी।
मैं 10 दिसंबर नवंबर से मैं पहले ऑनलाइन किया था।
अच्छा अच्छा।
फेसबुक पे एक रिक्वेस्ट आया था, मेरे दोस्त ने मुझे बोला था कि
हाँ
वो
हाँ
ऑनलाइन भी चलता है, तो मुझे
हाँ।
उसने लिंक भेजा था, तो मैं
अच्छा।
इसमें जुड़ा हूँ।
हम्म।
तो सुबह का मैं डेली अटेंड करता हूँ। लेकिन सुबह जो
हम्म।
बंधन कैसे लेना है, बंधन बंधन
हाँ।
का नहीं बोलते हो
अच्छा
वो
अच्छा।
तो हम
हाँ
7 बार कुंडलिनी उठाते,
हाँ
एक
हाँ।
बार वो करना है क्या
तो
डेली?
हाँ हाँ, बिल्कुल, जैसे ध्यान में बैठे, ध्यान से उठें, आप कहीं बाहर जाएं सोने से पहले बंधन लें, तो उससे आप सुरक्षित रहते हैं। आप किसी बाहरी चीज से आक्रमण नहीं होता है।
हम्म,
और बंधन लेने से ही कई बार अपने हाथ में वाइब्रेशंस चालू हो जाते हैं।
अच्छा।
काफी जरूरी चीज है। और इसको कैसे करना, ऐसी और भी चीजें हैं, जैसे नमक पानी के पाँव में रख के बैठना रात में सोने से पहले।
जी
ऐसी
जी।
कुछ कुछ चीजें हैं जिससे कि हम संतुलित रहते हैं, बढ़िया रहते हैं, और इन्हें हमें रोज करना चाहिए।
हाँ
ये
हाँ।
कुछ शॉर्ट वीडियोस इसके यूट्यूब चैनल जो है ना, इसमें मिल जाएंगे
नहीं
आपको।
सर,
यूट्यूब
मैंने
चैनल।
लर्निंग लर्निंग सहज योगा ये आपका यूट्यूब पे ये किया। पहले वो डेली आता था, अभी वो बंद हो गया डेली आना।
अच्छा, तो आप ये व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में है क्या?
नहीं, मुझे कोई व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में नहीं ज्वाइन
अच्छा,
किया सर।
मैं एक काम करता हूँ, यहाँ पे आपके लिए मैं लिंक डाल देता हूँ। तो आप उस
आपका
ग्रुप पे आएंगे तो उसमें
नंबर दे
काफी
दो
सारे।
आपका।
मेरा
मेरा
नंबर।
नंबर मेरा नंबर।
एक सेकंड, मैं ये वो लिंक पे आप क्लिक करेंगे तो अपने आप ही आप जुड़ जाएंगे फिर। एक मिनट, मैं यहाँ पे चैट में डाल रहा हूँ।
मैंने आपको नंबर सेंड किया है।
ये इस लिंक पे आप क्लिक करेंगे हेमंत, तो आप जुड़ जाएंगे।
ओके ओके।
ठीक है, आप व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे जुड़ जाएंगे, वहां पे आपको सारे ये जो वीडियोस हैं कैसे सीखना। आप किस जगह पे हैं वैसे?
शाहपुर, ठाणे जिल्हा।
थाने? थाने में डेफिनेटली सहयोग के सेंटर हैं।
नहीं नहीं, शाहपुर में मैं जाता हूँ सर। मुझे
हाँ हाँ।
मैंने कॉल किया था। जो
अच्छा।
अपना ऑनलाइन चलता है ना,
हाँ
फेसबुक पे
हाँ
आए, अगस्त में चलता था देखो।
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
तो मैंने उनको ही किया था, मुझे शाहपुर में कोई सेंटर है तो बताओ। तो उन्होंने
हम्म।
मुझे शाहपुर का एड्रेस भेजा था।
हम्म।
तो
एक बार
मैं
आप जाएंगे ना, हफ्ते में आप जरूर एक बार जाइए।
तब मैं
आप आपको
ये
वाइब्रेशन आना चालू हो गया क्या
अभी
हाथ में?
तो कैसा कुछ नहीं मुझे, कुछ भी नहीं अभी।
नहीं
खाली
होता?
जब नहीं, हम खाली जब वो उन्होंने मुझे वीडियो भेजा है, जब हम
हाँ
दोनों हाथ अ, पास में रखते हैं और 2-3 बार आगे पीछे करते हैं ना सामने से, तो
हाँ
थोड़ा
हाँ।
चुंबकीय तत्व थोड़ा मिलता है
नहीं, वो
बस।
वाइब्रेशन, ये जो ठंडे वाइब्रेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, चैतन्य की बात कर रहे हैं, ये
नहीं नहीं,
चालू
वैसा
होना जरूरी
वैसा
है।
कुछ नहीं।
हाँ, तो वो आप ये वाला सेशन जो अभी यहाँ पे आप ये रोज अटेंड कर रहे हैं क्या?
हाँ सर, मैं रोज अटेंड कर रहा हूँ
अच्छा,
मोस्टली।
आपको नहीं हुआ अभी तक चैतन्य?
नहीं नहीं।
अच्छा, तो ये आवश्यक है हेमंत, इसके बिना मतलब हम ये नहीं मान सकते अपन कि अभी अपनी जागृति हो गई है। तो अपन इसके लिए प्रयास करेंगे। मेरा सुझाव रहेगा आप एक बार सेंटर जरूर जाएं। और
नहीं, सेंटर पे जाता हूँ सर। मेरा भी
हाँ,
ये चौथी बार मेरा सेंटर,
अच्छा।
मंडे को सेंटर है ना, तो मैं
हाँ,
चौथी बार गया है। 4 बार ने
और
मेरा
आपको किसी
कंटिन्यू।
उंगली में भी कहीं झुंझुनाहट या ऐसी कुछ नहीं महसूस होती किसी चक्र पे?
खाली राइट हैंड में थोड़ा उंगली पे, जैसा अपने मूंगे आती है ना, मूंगे
हाँ 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 हाँ।
वैसा होता है बस।
अच्छा अच्छा। देखिए, आप ये फुटसोक जरूर कीजिए, इसका भी आपको वीडियो है ना, अभी मैं व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे आप ज्वाइन करेंगे ना, वहां पे भी
हाँ,
डलवा दूँ।
चलेगा
फुटसोक
सर।
कीजिए और ये बंधन लीजिए। और
हाँ।
थोड़ा शाम सुबह दोनों टाइम आप ध्यान आप कर रहे हैं,
नहीं,
मेहनत मुझे दिख रहा है। और आप जरूर होएगा। पर आप
डेली
जैसे जब
सर।
आपको पहली बार ये
सर,
चैतन्य ठंडे आएंगे ना, मन
हाँ
तब
हाँ।
आपको वो बिल्कुल वो आनंद की बात जो हम करते रहते हैं ना, वो आपको महसूस होगा। और उसके बाद क्या होता है, हम कह रहे हैं ये चैतन्य मतलब परम चैतन्य भगवान की शक्ति है। फिर उसके बाद अपनी सारी चीजें वो देख लेते हैं। उसके बाद जो भी अपनी ये संसार की चीजों की अपने को टेंशन है, ये सब अपने आप रिजॉल्व हो जाता है। और ये तो मेरे जीवन से दिख रहा हूँ, मैं बचपन से ही सहयोग से जुड़ा हूँ। तो मतलब आपको किसी भी चीज का हमको फिर कुछ देखना नहीं पड़ता है, सब ऐसा लगता है कि कोई चला रहे हैं सही में। तो आप उसकी फिर बिल्कुल फिक्र नहीं करेंगे। पर अपना जो सबसे पहले आपको होना चाहिए कि आपको चैतन्य हाथ में ठंडा है, उसकी तरफ अपने को प्रयास करना पड़ेगा।
जी जी।
मेरे ख्याल से ये फुटसोक जरूर हेल्प करेगा। और आप सेंटर जा ही रहे हैं।
हाँ
और एक 5:30 बजे भी एक ध्यान का काम कार्यक्रम
हाँ।
कर
तो
सकते।
मुझे समझो टाइम नहीं मिलता ना, तो
हाँ
मैं
हाँ।
5:30 बजे का जाम रात को
अच्छा।
खाना खाने के बाद 9 बजे करता हूँ सर,
हाँ
वही
हाँ।
लिंक दबा के।
ठीक है।
हाँ
ठीक है ठीक है। हिम्मत, मैं ऐसा करता हूँ, मेरा भी नंबर आपको मैं दे देता हूँ,
चलेगा।
आपसे बात करेंगे अपन बाद में। और
ओहो। और दूसरी बात, मैंने भी बुधवार को मैं गया था तो मुझे सेंटर से माता जी का फोटो मिला है।
हाँ हाँ
तो वो सेंटर वाले लोग बोल रहे थे
हाँ।
अभी उसको रख देना बोले, पूजा
हम्म
वगैरह मत करना, तो
हम्म।
हम आपके घर पे आएंगे बोले और उसको वो
अच्छा
सब विधि बताएंगे बोले।
अच्छा अच्छा।
तो मैंने
बहुत बढ़िया
फोटो
बात।
सब।
हाँ हाँ, उनको आप बिल्कुल स्वागत कीजिए। और
हाँ।
अच्छे से
तो मैंने
स्थापित।
खाली फोटो उस पर फ्रेम में रख दिया उसको, अलमारी में कांच कांच बैठा के रख दिया।
हाँ हाँ।
और दीवा वगैरह लगा तो कल से दीवा चालू कर दिया लगा।
बहुत बढ़िया। आप निश्चित ही, आप मतलब आप कुछ खोजी लोग हैं। मैं तो ऐसे ही मानता हूँ कि सब बहुत ही महान लोग हैं जो ढूंढ रहे हैं दुनिया में कुछ ना कुछ परमात्मा को ढूंढ रहे हैं।
तो अपना पूर्व पुण्य का है सब, जब आदमी का
हाँ
पूर्व पुण्य रहता है, जब आदमी का बरोबर
हाँ बिल्कुल। बिल्कुल।
मार्ग
और आप
मिलता है।
निश्चित आप डेफिनेटली पाएंगे और
हम्म।
बहुत आनंद पाएंगे।
और मैं
आप
डेली
बहुत
गुरु
अच्छे।
चरित्र का जो पारण है ना, वो महीने में 1-2 बार करता हूँ, एक
अच्छा
बार करता हूँ।
अच्छा।
हम्म।
बढ़िया, हम खुद ही खुद के गुरु बन जाएंगे पर हिम्मत, आप देखिएगा।
अच्छा। हाँ हाँ
आप खुद ही इस स्थिति में आ जाएंगे कि आप दूसरों को ऊपर उठाएंगे।
हाँ हाँ।
है ना।
एक मुझे एक थोड़ा डाउट है सर, पूछोगे?
हाँ पूछिए पूछिए।
मुझे एक व्यसन लग गया सर, हैबिट, वो तंबाकू खाने की।
हाँ हाँ।
पहले नहीं थी, वो कैसे छूटेंगी?
ये ये सब जो है ना, अपन हेमंत, अपन जैसे क्या बात कर रहे हैं कि कुंडलिनी शक्ति की जागृति होगी,
हाँ
हम
हाँ हाँ
अपने को परमात्मा से जोड़ेंगे। फिर
हाँ
उसके बाद ये सब कुछ, वो शक्ति जो अपने अंदर से बहने लगती है चैतन्य
हाँ
के रूप में,
हाँ।
फिर उसके आगे कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं लगता है। तो आपको सब कुछ ये अपने आप छूटेगा। और ये कुंडली शक्ति ही खुद ही करती है। और मैंने
अच्छा।
मतलब मैंने तो कई 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 लोगों का देखा है अभी तक तो होते हुए। तो अपने आप हो जाएगा, आप इसकी चिंता मत करें। थोड़ा सा आपको ये शक्ति अपने आप अंदर से आएगी कि आप प्रयास भी कर पाएंगे तो भी छूट जाएगा। पर
अच्छा।
ये होएगा, धीरे धीरे हो जाएगा। ये शक्ति ही सब काम करती है, अपने को कुछ नहीं करना पड़ता है।
नहीं, कभी कभी कैसे होता है, 15-15 दिन नहीं खाता हूँ,
हाँ
एक एक
हाँ।
महीना नहीं खाता हूँ, फिर एक आध बार क्या होता है,
आपको
डेली
खाने,
चालता।
खा ही नहीं पाएंगे आप, देखिएगा थोड़े दिन
अच्छा वही हो ना। हाँ।
ऐसा
वैसे
होगा
तो
कि
मैं
आप।
प्योर शाकाहारी हूँ सर,
हाँ
मैंने बचपन से ही
हाँ
लगता है।
हाँ।
मतलब मुझे कुछ चलता नहीं, ना
हम्म।
नॉनवेज चलता ना ड्रिंक करता हूँ मैं, खाली ये मुझे वो जॉब में था उसकी वजह से मुझे
हाँ, ये स्ट्रेस है ना यार, ये जो आसपास रहता है,
संगत गुण
माहौल
से,
ऐसा है कि
संगत गुण
उसके
से
कारण।
सोबत गुण।
हाँ नहीं, सब
हाँ
सब छूट जाएगा मत। 100%। आप
वही
देखिए,
बोल।
बस आपको ये चैतन्य आना चाहिए और ये आनंद आना चाहिए पूरी तरह से। आप फिर उसके बाद सब आपको बेकार लगेगा
क्योंकि
आप।
10 नवंबर से मेरा एक दिन भी ध्यान नहीं हुआ, सुबह में आधा घंटा और शाम में 20-25 मिनट मैं करता हूँ सर।
अच्छा
एक दिन भी गैप नहीं हुआ मेरा, खाली एक
अच्छा।
दो दिन गैप हुआ होगा,
हम्म
लेकिन मोस्टली करता हूँ।
हम्म।
कभी
मेरे
कभी इतना
पिताजी
ध्यान
को भी
लगता है
ऐसे ही
कि
था पहले। उन्होंने वो
हाँ
ऐसे खोजी टाइप के थे, उन्होंने
हाँ
कहीं पहले और 10 गुरु वगैरह सब कोशिश करी थी। तो
हाँ
उनको
हाँ
सिर्फ एक ही उंगली में मूंगी आती थी, आगे
हाँ
चक्री की, वो गुस्सा के कारण। और कुछ कई सालों तक उनको नहीं आया मैं भी।
हाँ हाँ।
फिर
लेकिन
उनको
गुस्सा भी मुझे कभी कभी बहुत आता है, स्ट्रेस हो जाता है ना तो गुस्सा
हाँ,
आता है
आपको भी
मुझे।
राइट साइड में क्या चाहते हैं, हो सकता है आप ज्यादा थोड़े एग्रेसिव हैं, थोड़ा सा
हाँ
लेफ्ट में आएंगे ना, ये
हाँ।
बैलेंसिंग हो जाएगी आपकी फुटसोक और सबसे। आप ये बैलेंसिंग के भी कुछ वीडियो हैं, आप देखेंगे ना यूट्यूब चैनल पे सब है,
तो
कैसे
2 मिनट है
बैलेंस।
सर, 2 मिनट है, 2 मिनट, 2 मिनट है, चलो रुको।
हेमंत, ये सेशन क्योंकि ऑनलाइन चल रहा है मुझे बंद करना पड़ेगा। अपन व्हाट्सएप पे हैं तो वहाँ डिस्कस कर लेंगे।
हाँ सर।
अब व्हाट्सएप पे अपन डिस्कस कर लेंगे, मैंने आपको नंबर दिया, ये सेशन ऑनलाइन है तो इसे मैं बंद करता हूँ अभी।
ओके सर,
है
थैंक
ना?
यू सर।
ठीक ठीक है हेमंत, टेक केयर। जय श्री माता जी। Thank you everyone for joining in today, and we're ending the session here. Uh, Shree Mataji.